It came in mainly better than expected, but not too much better. So iron ore, they'd just taken a bunch of investors around the Pilbara, so that was in line because they'd updated people, but they outperformed in petroleum and in coal, so which are the main ones. So good on that front.
But the targets they're hitting do indicate increased production, correct?
Yeah, they've increased all their all those 3 units we mentioned. The production's gone up. I think market in petroleum and coke and coal have been expecting it maybe to fall or stay flat, so that's a good sign. And it shows that this productivity drive they've been going on for the past 2 years seems to be on track. So yeah, it's a good thing. They haven't hit it out of the park or anything, but yeah, it's a good solid result.
There were a couple of accounting measures that they've had to bring in. Well, what were they?
Well, interestingly, the abolition of the minerals resource rent tax is a good thing for BHP. It means they'll have to pay less tax, but the way they account for it means that they'll actually have to take a write down just because of the way they book assets that they would have depreciated. So it's a $700 million write-down. It's on paper and it doesn't really mean much negative. The other thing in there, they had a slight cost blowout at an expansion project at the Escondida copper mine in Chile, which is the world's biggest copper mine, and I think it was a $360 million blowout on a $4 billion project. So, I mean, never great, they'd be saying, but not.
So we saw a pretty strong result for them at the end of the financial year only a few months ago. I mean, is this pretty much just telling us that they're on track for projections? It's steady as she goes.
Yeah, well, it might even tell us they have the potential to beat projections. I mean, obviously it's the first quarter of the financial year. But they've kept all their guidance. But if they manage to maintain their production at this quarter's level, they'd beat their guidance. Of course, what you don't get in that is some maintenance downtime that they've probably factored in, and also weather up in the Pilbara, where their iron ore mines are. The cyclone season can knock a bit out. But if all other things stay equal, yeah, they should beat guidance.
And just finally, taking a slightly broader view at how this impacts the market, this is probably more bad news if you're a mid to small size producer, more production coming out of BHP.
Yeah, for iron ore, yeah, good news for BHP and Rio is bad news for the little guys at the moment. And the little guys are under a lot of pressure.
Okay, fantastic, Matt Chambers. Thanks very much.
Okay, thanks, Eric.